So as you know, for part 2 of the final project, you need to create a supplemental material. And one supplemental material that you could create is a diagram. So I wanted to give you an example of a diagram and how you could go about creating this in PowerPoint. So here is the diagram that I created. This diagram shows how to access the library's databases. So to create this diagram, you are going to have to learn how to create a text box, insert shapes, and take screenshots. So let's go ahead and start with the screenshot. I took a screenshot of the library's webpage. So let's go ahead to the library's webpage so I can show you how to do that. You can do a screenshot by holding down the Control key and clicking on the print screen button on your keyboard. Or if you have Windows like I do, in the All Programs section here, you can scroll to Accessories, and there's this tool called Snipping Tool. So that's my favorite. That's what I like to use. So now I can go ahead and snip whatever part of the image that I'm looking at or the web page that I'm looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this central box here. And of course, I did have to go to the library's website and select the articles page or articles tab, because that's where you find the databases. So I went ahead and I did that. Then I'm going to go back to PowerPoint, and I'm just going to paste my image. So that's all you've got to do. That's pretty simple. So the next thing that you're going to have to do is create a text box for your steps. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the steps I already did. And then what you're going to want to do is go to Insert, select Text Box, and then type in your text. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. It's a little bit big, so I'm going to decrease the font size. And you can play around with the shape if you want, so we'll go ahead and increase that a little bit. After that, you're going to want to create these shapes. So if you go into Insert and select Shape, you have lots of different shape options. You could use circles, you could use squares. I'm going to go ahead and use the arrows. So you just go ahead and create an arrow, and you can format it so you can fill in the color red. Do you want an outline? I'm going to say no outline. I can go ahead and reorient the arrow if I so choose. I can then insert my numbers because I want my number to correlate with the step number 2 here. So again, I would just create a text box, and I would type in the number 2. So we already know how to do that, so I'm just going to copy and paste what I've already done. So let's say you wanted to circle the pull down menu. So what you could do instead of an arrow is just go into Shapes, select the circle, and then circle the pull down menu. Now you can see that it is solid, so I need to fix that. So in the fill option, I'm going to say no fill, and then I want to change this to red. So I do have the option of, doing a circle if I want, and then I put in my number to correlate with the step number 3. I can also create a heading like I did here. So again, I'm just going to copy and paste that because we already know how to create a text box. So once we've got all of that in order, then what we have to do is group our text boxes and our images together into one image. So to do that, you're going to click on everything that you want to group together and make sure that it's a solid line around the box, not a dotted line. So make it into a solid box, and then you need to hold down the Shift key on your computer and then select the next image or text box, whatever you want. So the shift allows you to select multiple images at once, not just one. So keep holding down the shift key, and the last text box or image that you want to select, don't select it. Just click over it using your right mouse button. So click over the right mouse button, and then the pop-up menu will show, and you'll select group, and you want to group all of the images together. So now you can see that they all move together when I move the box around. So it's one big image. Once you've done that, then you are going to right-click on the box, and you're going to save as. So you're going to save the picture. So you can go ahead and title it whatever you want. So I've already done this a few times, but we'll say accessing databases 2, and we'll hit save. And then you need to go into the wiki. And I need to add it to the step that it's appropriate for. So I'm going to, again, click on Locating In-Depth Materials Periodicals. I'm going to add it to the Introduction to Periodicals section, so I need to click on Edit. And then I need to insert the image. So I'm just going to go into my section. I am going to click on Insert Edit Image. I then need to access my saved image. So I'm going to click on Browse, click on Databases, and then upload this file. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Insert. Now, this is pretty large, so I do want to reduce it a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Save once I'm done. And you'll see now my image is within the wiki. Now, I only included the image, but I would also want to describe what the image is and why it's relevant to this part of the research process. So don't forget to include that description and relevancy as well. Try your best to include your supplemental material on your own, but if you can't figure it out, it's okay. Just email it to me and I will add it to the wiki for you.